Well, welcome back to Mortal Kombat, I guess. Yeah, basically, gotta be honest, I actually didn't knew this one. It actually flew under my radar until basically a couple of days ago.
And after sitting through both the live-action movies, and the entire Defenders of the Realm series, Dewey decided to rage quit this franchise, so we had to drag Jova into this.
Okay, here's an interesting thing.
Oh, this will probably be a terrible time from what I've heard about Mortal Kombat movies. It's not like they could possibly make a good one, could they?
Yeah, supposedly Warner Bros. Is financing a proper new Mortal Kombat live-action movie. But in the meantime, it's satisfying something that I thought for a while, to be honest. Ever since, I think it's 2008, well, at the mid to late 2000s, Warner Bros. Acquired Mortal Kombat after Midway went defunct. So ever since then, the thought crossed my mind, why can't we try to do something like, Defenders of the Realm was trying to do an animated project, maybe just a bit more R-rated, who knows? And lo and behold, even though this seemed to be a bit in development still, Warner Brothers Animation actually has delivered us the program we're about to see now. Mortal Kombat Legends Scorpion's Revenge, an R-rated animated Mortal Kombat movie that retells by scrambling a bit the events of the first game, the first Mortal Kombat tournament, seen ideally from the perspective of Ed Boon's pet favorite character, the Ninja Scorpion.
Well, he's most people's favorite anyway. So.
I know, but Ed Boon is a particularly privileged loved
he does voice that one line.
For the get over here line. Which is actually also a good segue. This was done in between development. Apparently, we'll still start the production at least in between development for Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11. Meaning that most of the voice actors, not everyone, because Mortal Kombat has a history of not being super consistent with his voice acting, but most of the voice actors are taken from Mortal Kombat X, meaning that our leading role, Scorpion, is voiced by Patrick Seitz. Though keep in mind for Mortal Kombat 11, for some reason they changed him, and as he was voiced by Ron Yuan. I don't know. Let's not. We can discuss later more when the movie starts.
I love how the movie credits included is literally 1 hour and 20 minutes exactly.
80 minutes, which is actually quite long for the standards of a Warner Bros. Animated movie product. Also, keep in mind, by the time we're commenting on this, the movie is being released in digital only, but it's getting a supposed physical release by the end of the month, or by the time we're recording, of course. So, but I'm pretty sure it's not gonna have that much differences. So for us, start before the, I have to say this, custom Warner Bros. Animation logo. In 3, 2, 1, click.
This has been trending.
Hey, Daffy, how you doing?
Probably the usual, I guess.
Well, Daffy Duck's dead.
I can't believe Daffy Duck is fucking dead.
So, yeah, what better way to start off with your classical Looney Tunes?
Get it? A scorpion is killing them. But get this, Jovan. This directed by Ethan Spaulding.
Really?
If the name sounds familiar, it's because these guys work on a bunch, actually, of episodes. He's the senior director and director of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Wow.
Most of his work are Return to Omashu, The Serpent's Past, Dear King, Nightmares and Daydreams, The Boiling Rock Part 2, and Suzu's Comet Part 1. Some of
the shows is best.
Yeah, those are actually some of the shows.
Yeah.
I have heard nothing but overwhelming praise about this movie. I've read the animation.
So far, it has received only a couple of reviews, like 8, but Rotten Tomatoes list it as 100%. percent. Obviously, it's gonna change when more reviews will come out, but it's still relatively impressive for first impressions.
Yeah, I've heard the animation is great, the voice acting is wonderful, and apparently this is one of the best introductions you can get to Mortal Kombat. At least, Mortal Kombat in sort of the 9 to 11 era. Yeah, for those who don't know, the continuity of Mortal Kombat kind of got a reboot starting with 9, apparently.
11 is pretty clear that they're sort of unifying everything into a new cohesive timeline, kind of like New 52 for DC.
Right. I have sort of a casual idea of how Mortal Kombat works. So,
with the original timeline pre-9.
I only played relatively, but I know the story of the reboot as well. No, mind you, you don't really need any of them. This is a complete retelling of technically the first game, so it has some familiarity with that, but it's going to take its own direction too. But yeah, our protagonist, Scorpion, had an actual name, Hanzo Hasahi, the Shirei-Ryu Grandmaster. And unfortunately, this is the night that will change his life forever.
Oh boy. Well, they pretty much started right out the gate there with some gore.
Yeah, I guess we should be thankful to the Killing Joke for basically being the gateway towards Warner Bros. R-rated.
There you go. Wow, that's clearly a throwback to the modern games.
Yeah, the modern games introduced the quote-unquote X-ray mechanic, which allows you to do that. Oof.
So, Pedro, I hear that you're someone who prefers the older continuity. I have heard that there have been...
It's not so much that I prefer it, this is that I'm more familiar with it, because I'm not really into most modern fighting games, because they're a bit too complex for me.
Ah, you mean like
basically,
the whole...
There are exceptions like Dragon Ball FighterZ, but aside from that...
the new games...
of course, but yeah.
The new game, the reboot series, Jova essentially refined a bit the way emphasized a bit more on the story of the games. It still keeps the arcade and gameplay-like elements, but it focuses a lot more on the story too. Oh shit!
Oh boy, Clan's dead.
By the hand of the ninjas of the Lin Kuei clan.
Ha. Oh boy.
Oh. Oh shit.
Mommy's still sleeping, honey.
Yeah, the child is pretty traumatized at this point, so...
Just a reminder, this was all preceded by a small cartoon of Daffy Duck hopping around and doing his usual thing. Have fun, kids! Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, and from this point onward, Hanzo will have nothing but revenge as his motivation against the Lin Kuei.
Oh boy. Hopefully this doesn't give him a trauma against all ninjas who are clothed in blue. Otherwise he's gonna have real big issues with Sub-Zero.
Poor child.
Let's see, his mother's dead and his...
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Temperature's freezing.
Oh, don't tell me now. So, Sub-Zero is actually Scorpion's son.
No, actually, no, it's the Lin Kuei raid is also led by Sub-Zero, as it was slightly seen.
Huh.
This is also why Sub-Zero is the main rival of Scorpion as well, because Scorpion repute him as fully responsible of that, even though there's eventually the whole mistake with, Sub-Zero having a brother behind, the original Sub-Zero becoming no Cybot and all that good shit.
So that's why apparently the two were brothers in the live-action Mortal Kombat movie.
They were trying to be cute, yeah. Did you get that out of your system? Okay, good.
And now the river runs red with blood.
There he is.
Oh
Hey,
boy.
Sub-Zero.
And yes, just like in Mortal Kombat X and eventually 11, he's voiced by Steve Blum. Oh, Jesus.
Oh boy. Wow. Cheeky.
Yeah, I think it's dead. But at least he was gentle and didn't actually perform this fatality on ripping his head.
Yeah.
How nice of him. He killed the kid, not as painful as it could have been. Still looked pretty painful, but yeah, Dad's gonna be pissed. He'll be back. This is Mortal Kombat. Hell is practically vacation for some of these guys. Wow, that was quite an opening.
Pretty much.
So curious, what makes Scorpion the fan favorite?
Well,
It's one of the easier to control, as probably one of the more satisfying moveset, because it both ranged and close.
It dates all the way back to the original game, Jova, where he was the most fun to use, like I just said, and he has the most iconic catchphrase right from the first game. Get over here, like so. So people took to him right from an early point, and it just went from there. To the point, Jova, where in the original Mortal Kombat 3, Scorpion wasn't in it, so fans got angry. So Midway was forced to make an ultimate version with more fighters, including Scorpion in it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot of pull.
Anyway, we have here, there you go, Liu Kang training with Raiden. Liu Kang is voiced by Jordan Rodriguez, who did not voice the character in a recent game. Instead, he's a stage actor. Apparently was in the Lion King musical. Okay.
As far as I know, Liu Kang is essentially the Ryu of the franchise.
Yeah,
True.
Well, for the first 4 games, yes. Like, basically...
He combines a couple of fighting game tropes. He is the sort of protagonist Ryu. He is the Bruce Lee clone that fighting games tend to have. But as games go on, he gets less important.
Yeah,
although from what I've seen of the campaign of Mortal Kombat 11, he's back to being the top-notch hero. Apparently,
eventually,
to the point where he and Katana are going to help shape the new universe. Apparently,
well, him and Katana have always been implied as a couple, anyway.
Yeah.
Even in the movies, but it's back to the first 4. He won the first 4 Mortal Kombats However, but at the beginning of the 5th game, that the Alliance, that game actually started with him getting killed by the villains. So, but as a little surprise twist that fans weren't expecting at the time.
Oh boy,
Here's
Johnny Cage.
Johnny Kage, as Musketeers calls it. Here is voiced by Joel McHale.
Now there's a name I'm familiar with.
Let me see. Oh, it was his literal first role was in Spider-Man 2. Huh.
So you tell me that this movie has actually been in production like since Mortal Kombat 10.
Let me check the history just to be sure. Blah, blah. First was hinted in January 2019 as a time to be now upcoming live-action reboot film, but we just managed to decide to release it beforehand.
But in regards to, how long it's been in development, though, is there confirmation that
I guess 1 or 2 years, considering the time dates.
Alright, then.
In the meantime...
So, curious, Pedro, I'm guessing Scorpion's your favorite character as well?
Actually, no, my favorite is Reptile.
Reptile.
But basically, he's a character that also premiered in the original, although in the original he wasn't playable. He was just a secret character you could fight if you did this incredibly set of obtuse and incredibly hard things.
Oh, here's Sonya Blade-Jova, thankfully for you, not voiced by Ronda Rousey, instead by Jennifer Carpenter.
Yeah. Ha! That's a nice way to introduce the character. Literally show her dog tags as she's about to be punched out.
Oh, you just didn't say that.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Sonya Blade, the future baby mama of Johnny Cage. They eventually get married or something?
Yes, we even in the new series.
Games,
yes, we even have a child, Cassie.
Nice. Oh!
Okay, that's cheating.
Wow. Get the feeling she was familiar with pressure points too, so that probably had to doubly hurt. Oh.
Bonk.
If he's gonna get up from that, he's gonna need to go to a hospital.
No. This was, after all, this was like a task force from the army, so probably like a stealth operation. But yeah, just like in the first, Sonya has a personal revenge against Kano.
Yeah, Kano is basically Sonya's arch nemesis. His like she's both her and Jax are always
How does it feel to be dead?
Looks like it hurts a lot.
It does.
There you go. Scorpion is so badass, and even hell itself could not stop him from taking revenge.
Was Scorpion in Mortal Kombat 11's campaign?
Yes.
Jova, ever since Mortal Kombat 3...
He has become the mainstay, yeah.
Oh, I know that. I know that.
After Backlash to Mortal Kombat 3, there's no way they would dare to ever let Scorpion out of a game ever again.
Well,
I know he was in the game. I was asking if he was in the story campaign.
He is. Every character in the story that at launch was in the game wearing the story, including the pre-order actual DLC character Shao Kahn, but it's a story for another time.
Interesting terms of words.
Yeah,
So,
the official term for hell in the MK universe is a never realm.
Yeah.
how long, he asks. Huh, pretty nice song. Almost as good as Symphony of the Night. Actually, that could be a name for a Mortal Kombat game.
Shinnok.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, but well, again, we're sort of taking our things, so we're sort of speeding things up with that plot too.
No, the second live action movie also did that. We're bringing in basically Annihilation is kind of a mesh of 2, 3, and 4. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Really? Wow. That sounds like that has the potential to be quite a mess.
It is. Not that the original movie was not a mess either. It's just that this Annihilation is even more messy.
Oh snap.
Jesus.
I can do this all day.
Literally all day. All time, actually.
Come closer.
Gotta love the Jesus parallels.
Pretty much.
Oh,
Okay.
snap.
Oh,
Never
he
mind.
just
Then.
Mike Tyson him.
Damn, that's one way to bust out. Oh, and that's how he gets his iconic kunai and chain. I'm guessing.
Well, kinda. I guess you can kind. I don't know how this movie specifically does it.
Ooh,
He literally punched out a demon and cracked
so
his
hard
bones.
it broke his knee.
That is some determination for vengeance right
Yeah,
there.
sharp enough.
Amazing anatomy.
Hmm. Oh, well. So, Scorpion starring in Doom. Just without guns, I guess.
Oh, snap. Oh, line up then.
Oh, very easy instead. Quan Chi,
Yeah, there's Quan Chi.
the sorcerer of Neverrealm. In this movie, he's actually voiced by Daring the Pole, of all people.
Interesting.
Quan Chi premiered in Mortal Kombat 4.
No, technically speaking,
Yeah,
mythology
mythologies. Yeah,
Sub-Zero. Nobody cares about that anymore. Though, if I recall correctly, there is a cameo from a character of that game in here, so there's that. That face. Be careful, Scorpion. Quan Chi may start ripping off your leg and beating the shit out of you.
Well, technically, he's not Scorpion yet, too.
True. Ooh.
Dang. Ow. Gotta say, someone must have enjoyed animating all the blood in this movie.
This kind of manipulation is more like Ermac being.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you don't really have a choice. Oh. Sure he was.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Oh, always that fucking amulet. Oh. Basically, that are key for Shinnok's resurrection.
Of course it is.
Someone else wants that free him.
Yes, Quan Chi is the Shan Tsung to Shinnok's Shao Kahn, basically.
Interesting.
There you go.
You just came up with that.
We did technically had a metaphor with the Scorpion at the beginning, but he was talking to his.
Sorry. I give you the money, you carry the bags. So the Hearth Realm Warriors.
Yeah, the best Earth can buy, a brig. Johnny Cage. You may act adult, but you can put up a fight. I think one of my favorite things about Mortal Kombat 11 is seeing the older Johnny Cage react to younger Johnny Cage.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to fire Agent Johnny.
Hey, Raiden.
Hey, Raiden.
Raiden. I swear, the series cannot seem to decide whether or not it's pronounced Raiden or Raiden. Oh, God.
He's also the god of thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, Teo, do we also do the same thing we do in previous adaptations, or does he actually fight in the tournament like in the game?
I actually don't know.
Basically, Jova, usually the thing that happens is that Raiden sacrifices his own immortality so he can help the Earth Realm
More
Warriors.
actively, because the Elder Gods are a bunch of idiots, and one of the rules that they imposed is that Raiden cannot intervene directly. He can instruct and lead warriors of his choice, but he cannot fight directly. Yeah, so he needs to find ways to circumvent that.
Basically, Raiden is the only Elder God in the Mortal Kombat that actually gives a shit about keeping things in order instead of just leaving everything in utter chaos. So he has to basically do everything himself, while the other Elder God just stayed there sucking their thumbs.
Tag.
Sorry, Johnny, no coverage here.
Why do you have a contact name asshole?
Where we're going, we don't get signals.
I'm pretty sure. Okay. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what kind of deal you have on your phone. On the middle of the ocean, there's no coverage. Period.
I get the feeling Johnny's agent didn't give him all the details. Close, but something even worse. I'm definitely digging the writing for this movie.
I guess I'm guessing too. Maybe the reason they usually sideline Raiden in these things is because they think he's a bit too OP.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, he's literally a god, so...
Oh yeah. But remember, he's actually a fighter in the original game. So I mean, I kind of wish at least one of these adaptations would actually have him fight.
Well, okay, maybe he will get to fight in this one. I believe he got to fight in the story campaign for Mortal Kombat 11, so...
Well,
there might be
in
a
all of
shot.
them, he eventually does. 9 already.
In the Alliance, he returns to fight after a while, being retired for a while. Yeah. So.
And then he becomes corrupted.
Hey, Scorpion.
Jesus, that's cow.
Wow.
No, but that's the thing, Jova. Mortal Kombat, the first of reboot, Mortal Kombat 9, abridges to the events of 1, 2, and 3, sorta.
Well, it changes up a few things in some of the characters' origins, I hear.
Sorry?
It apparently changes up a few things in some of the character origins.
It does.
Well, he's in... Oh! I see your game, Raiden.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets off on dicking around with Johnny. Then again, Johnny kind of has it coming. I see you become a man of few words.
Well, doesn't need to.
One has to ask oneself, how does a man like Johnny Cage constantly come out of these situations pretty much well and good?
He actually had to train for fighting instead of relying continuously on his stunt doubles. Not that he doesn't have them, he actually does sometimes.
This is the point where you fall down.
I'm so hardcore. Oh, here's that reptile. I'm so hardcore, but I eat
There
a
goes
frog.
that's Reptile.
So why is Reptile your favorite?
Oh, there's a Motaro too.
Because I love that idea. Because remember, Joe, back in the original, we didn't get a reveal of why it was called Reptile. He just was. But then the second game, suddenly it's revealed that he's actually a natural reptile, just disguised as at least in the game. In that time, he was. Now, in later games, he's stopped disguising himself as a human or humanoid type thing, if you prefer, because there are very few actual humans proper in Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Neat. So who's your favorite to you?
Mine, at least for the first couple of classic games, Raiden, definitely.
Ah.
I'm not surprised by that.
Fan of the
Since,
lightning?
well, that's the thing. Since X, my favorite has become Aaron Black. Jesus Christ, Aaron Black. He's just so stupidly fun to play.
I forgot. If I remember correctly, that's actually a character from a later game. Which one?
From X onward, he was introduced.
Yeah.
He's basically a cowboy ninja.
Huh.
Okay.
He pulls every single trope that you can think of, Jova.
Nice.
Oh, there's
Shang
Shang Tsung.
Classic Shang Tsung before Shao Kahn gave him back his youth.
In this movie, he's voiced by Art Butler. Let me check.
I know you guys already know all of this, but we need to explain this for the newcomers, like
For
Joe.
the audience,
So-
yeah.
And I guess, for new applicants every now and then.
Yeah, apparently the laws of the using are so stupid because they dictate that some words need to merge with each other. The only thing preventing it is to have this tournament.
Why do I get the feeling the older gods may have put this all
10
together when
times.
they were drunk?
Yeah, I find it interesting. I always find it interesting that you have to win the tournament 10 times. Like, it takes 10 generations just for one round to finally get their fucking prize out of this thing.
Yeah.
Must be a very good
Hey, Shao Kahn.
prize.
Wait. Did he just say that Shao Kahn is the winner of the?
Of the last 9, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which means if he
Remember
wins
that
this one...
it's consistent with Hanzo Reboot in a sense, but the stakes are higher. If Shao Kahn wins this one, it's gonna be game over.
I get that. It's just that usually, I mean, usually it's only revealed that Shang Tsung is working for Shao Kahn in the second game. So, because in the first game, Shao Kahn is never mentioned. I don't think he is. Does Shang Tsung's bio say anything about that?
I don't remember.
Because basically, Jova, usually Mortal Kombat 2 is when you have a surprise. Oh, turns out Shang Tsung is actually the servant of this guy called Shao Kahn, so it was meant to be a surprise. But in here, they just reveal it.
Oh yes, I'm guessing.
Well, whatever. It's not. Shao Kahn is so iconic by this point that I guess it's useless. I guess so. Sure.
I guess it makes sense. You know what I mean? At this point, Shao Kahn's one of the more residential names of the franchise.
There's Kano.
There's Kano, yeah.
Voiced in this movie by Robin Atkins.
Hey, is that Jax?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
In this instead by
the American flag on this thing, so I immediately
in this movie is voiced by a.k.a.
All right, basically, it's interesting because Jax is not supposed to be in the first tournament.
This is also sort of consistent with instead the reboot, which also introduced Jax earlier on.
All right.
Remember, it's also the fact that it does start by just having the extra enhancement for the arm, but when they actually rip his arms off and he has to implant the prosthetics.
So in this, is this also the thing in the reboot, Teo, where it was Jax who was Sonya's sergeant?
Yeah.
Huh. Like, but in the original Jova, they already start out as special task colleagues. They're just work colleagues. That's it. So it's interesting. If that's the new thing, it's interesting to make Jax Sonya's superior. Interesting.
Huh. Doesn't he have a daughter in Mortal Kombat 10?
Yes, Jacqueline.
Yeah, I remember because I remember she used to be my main when I played that game. Never did do the campaign, just played it over at my uncle's.
Oh yeah, Goro, of course.
The Tarkatan.
Yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, it wasn't Goro supposed to be the champion of Mortal Kombat in the first game?
Well, he is.
Well, but didn't they say earlier that it was Shao Kahn that was the champion?
Well, it's his champion.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Representing Outward.
Basically, it seems like the idea is like, well, they usually rank like, the particular faction that someone goes from.
Sure.
Also,
no, I understand that. I understand that. It's just that Shao Kahn's early appearance kind of threw me a bit off track.
Also, yeah, this seems a bit unfitting.
Yeah, you don't.
And I'm totally not gonna die.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Come on, Jax. You have to survive until the third tournament where you'll have robotic arms.
Oh.
No? Oh.
Maybe they'll just disarm him.
Yeah, again, the one thing that I heard, even though I don't know the details, is that, in taking things its own particular way, the death toll in this movie is different.
Raiden, glad you happened to be guarding this place for some reason. How do you know that? How do you know that?
I'm an older god. I make it my business.
Are you a wizard?
Well, actually, he is. Are you a freaking stalker or something? How do you know all this?
This is also yet another thing that's consistent with instead the reboot. Raiden, even though only in a lighter way, does give an attempt in trying to redeem Scorpion. He fails miserably, of course, but in X, due to coincidental circumstances, he will eventually succeed. Yeah, of all things, X and 11 are the games that actually managed to actually reverse Scorpion to his human form.
Neat.
And he actually is a good guy.
Well, he's not as bloody as I thought he would have been by now.
Well, you're fucked.
Yeah.
And this is the first tournament, so we know that Liu Kang
Oh
wins.
snap!
Well, unless we take a different direction again. I don't know the details.
Did they change who the first won the first tournament in the reboot?
No, not that. But again, I know that this movie takes things its own way. So
Okay,
who lives, who will die, and who will win? I actually don't know.
well, true. Jax is.
He said it. We
He
can go
said it.
home.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Never mind. All right, that's an interesting way of doing it. Yeah. Fatality. I kind of wish they would have done. Well, okay. I'm gonna have to give it credit. One thing that I did like about the 1995 film was how they managed to incorporate the iconic quotes via Shang Tsung narrating, like a flawless victory, or claiming to the victor, finish him.
Well, he just did it here. Finish him.
Oh, he did. Oh, did. Oh, I didn't hear it. Sorry. Flawless.
Stop!
Victory.
Yeah, right. He's like, stop it! It's already dead.
Flawless victory. Fatality. Yes, you're another god, technically.
Huh?
Yeah, that is true. You made a good point, actually, now. Oh, and apparently Raiden... Take that, girl.
Oh, backhand.
So Raiden
He
can grow back his
cauterize.
arms?
No, he just cauterized the wound because electricity, I guess.
I'm not sure that's how it works, but...
Well, to be fair, Elder God.
Okay, I guess. Okay, at least they came up with a good explanation for him to get the arms earlier.
Johnny, never change.
He'll learn eventually.
Oh yeah, totally. After seeing that. Why are you touching me? We don't know each other.
I guess he just knows deep down that she needs the comfort. Oh,
okay,
boy.
now everybody's exploding. What the hell?
Teleported. Yeah, it channels your reaction, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Not Reagan. Raiden, you moron, it's Raiden.
This thing better not go straight to video. Cute.
Get it? Because this movie was straight to video.
Yeah, the line was actually in the trailer.
Again, I really do like the writing for this movie. It's a nice mix of tongue and cheek.
Let me check.
But
The only credit here is the screenplay by Jeremy Adams. But it seems that at least Ed Boon has been like a consultant. So there's that. Oh, he was a writer for Supernatural.
Oh, nice.
He also wrote for Teen Titans Go versus Teen Titans.
That wasn't awful.
Oh, this is a bit more awful. He was a story editor for most of DC Superhero Girls, the Lauren Faust episode. Sorry, show.
I mean, okay, I'll admit, DC superhero. Wait, the Lauren Faust one, so that's 2019?
Yeah.
That one is actually good, I'm not gonna lie.
No, I only see what Mr. Hunter had to show, and yeah, didn't see that pretty. Also, he's Baraka.
Wait.
Hey,
Wait. Mr. Hunter did a one on DC Superhero Girls?
It's in his top 10 worst cartoons of the 2010s.
Huh. And it was specifically the
Personal
2019
space.
one. Oh boy. Oh.
So is Melina gonna show up as well while we're at... Oh, that reminds me, Katana's not in here.
She was in one of the shots, and
okay.
also, if I recall correctly, let me check. Yeah, she's voiced by Grey Griffin, or Grey Delight,
Right.
she must know, because she had voiced the character in MK9, but she had to actually turn down the role in MKX because she was pregnant at the time.
Ah.
It's interesting because Like, well, at the very least, this movie does a good job introducing the characters. Basically, Joe, in Mortal Kombat Annihilation, here's Melina's introduction. She shows up. Sonya thinks she's Katana, and she says, "You wish," and that's it. And then she died, and the movie never actually explains who the hell that was.
Did they even show her weird, jagged mouth?
No, no. They just show her the fact that she has the purple dress, which means she's Melina. So the fans like me and Taylor know that it's Melina. The problem is the movie itself never explains who she is. She just shows up, fights, and then dies. Like, they didn't even mention her name. Like,
dang.
Same thing with at the very least, Rain got to hear his name before he got killed for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh.
And not okay. He was like flying for like a full second there.
He totally planned this, obviously.
Totally, indeed. Ah, he said it. You know, okay, this movie knows just the right moments when to say the right lines, and I appreciate it for that.
Uh-oh. I think I know the opponent is.
Someone who can turn invisible.
Yeah, must be Reptile.
Well, technically, Reptile is not the only one who has the invisibility.
Although they did show the shedded skin, so...
Jesus, tired out already, Sonya?
Well, I tell you, swamps can be muggy.
There he is.
Oh, it actually is, yeah.
I see he's got super speed.
You have found me. Now prove yourself. That's an MK1 reference, by the way.
Ooh, he's got acid.
Yeah, that's his trademark move. That's his trademark move, yeah. That and the fatality where he eats his opponent.
The head, yeah.
Cute.
Well, yeah, true. In 2, he eats only the head, but in 3, he eats the entire body, leaves only the legs.
True.
Silent and deadly.
Yeah, I might as well turn that off. Okay, what the hell is that?
It actually reminded me a lot of certain shots.
Oh,
actually.
She crushed him between her legs.
I wonder. Actually, let me check.
That's her trademark move, Jova. That's also how she kills Kano in the first movie.
There we go. Let me check show you who the proper animation studio is.
Yeah.
Let's see who's up next.
Man, Reptile always gets killed unceremoniously in these things.
Yeah.
I guess it's his thing, being a reptile.
Well, yeah, true. I'm still wishing one day they would make some kind of adaptation of Deadly Alliance and Deception, because fun fact, Jova, the new villain of the post 4 games, Onaga, he's basically a Dragon King, and he uses Reptile's body to become to basically come back to life, basically.
Wow.
So I kind of wish they would adapt that particular part of the timeline at some point, because it's never been like that's one that most people don't know about.
Sounds like you're in for a productive day, then, sir.
If you kill him, he can't talk, Scorpion. Just saying.
Well, he didn't want it to talk to begin with, it seems.
I mean, a bit more torture.
Oh, hey, Katana.
Hey, Katana.
Of course, fighting with Liu Kang.
We're gonna need to establish their ship, so...
Huh, voiced by Grey DeLise, it sounds like.
Yeah. Again, she voiced the character in MK9, but she couldn't return for MKX because of pregnancy.
Did Grey Bow voice both her and Melina?
Oh, let me check. I don't remember that.
Lou, just for the record, Lou, this relationship is not a good idea. She's 10,000 years old, so.
I'm sure they can make that work.
Well, I guess to be fair, by the end of 11, he is sort of a god, so then it can work.
No, Jova, actually, no. In MK 2011 and MKX, Melina is voiced by Karen Strassman.
Is Melina even in Mortal Kombat 11? Last I remember,
Nope.
she dies
She'd
in
be
10.
dead.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. Wow, you fell. That convinced you very quickly.
Ah, he said the H word. Hope tends to win over a lot of girls.
Apparently. Yeah, this is another thing you might as well talk about. When it comes to the OG or from cast, Liu Kang is probably the blandest. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's nothing inherently wrong with his character, it's just that he has the least personality out of the three.
Let me guess, he's more like kind of a generic...
Because Sonya's a great determined soldier who wants to kill Kano out of revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, of course, Johnny Cage is, well, Johnny Cage. I don't need to explain any further. Liu Kang is he's just kind of the generic hero, really. I mean, there's nothing inherently wrong with him.
Like I said,
he lacks charm in his personality. He's just kind of the typical good guy, basically.
It's like I said, he's pretty much the Ryu of this series.
Yeah.
I guess maybe that's why they moved away from him being like the main hero for a few games until, like, you know.
Raiden, you shouldn't. As an elder god, you shouldn't really play favorites. Why is Earthrealm your personal favorite that you protect?
To be honest,
That's actually a good question.
to be honest, it's because of the Burger King.
Sure,
you're not.
Right. Okay, I'm a casual Mortal Kombat fan, and even I know
Jova.
Huh?
Jova. Literally, right after the end of MK1, Shao Kahn breaks those exact same rules we were just talking about. So yeah, that's horse shit.
Yeah, horse hockey indeed.
I agree. Didn't you come here to try to win the tournament for the purpose of, putting you on the map again?
Get used to that look.
I still don't understand this contrived reason, because somehow winning a tournament in the middle of nowhere will make him more popular in Hollywood. How the hell does that work?
Oh, that's easy. He wants to be the next Jackie Chan or Bruce Lee.
Or he has a shitty agent, just saying.
That too, yeah. Seriously though, what kind of agent books their actor for a tournament that could end in their bloody death?
Well, in the 1995 movie, they actually did manage to solve that problem by having Shang Tsung disguise himself as a friend of his and tell him about it.
I mentioned Tom Cruise.
So to that movie's credit, they did come up with a better explanation for.
Oh!
Now you know how it feels, Johnny.
Well, wait. So it's okay for Liu Kang to touch without permission, but not Johnny Cage?
I guess deep down she knew Liu Kang was a good guy. Also, Sonya, be careful, because that may be your future daughter that you just kicked out there. Just saying. It's like love at first sight. Those two are gonna be great parents.
I don't know, Joey. I don't know if after that Johnny's actually capable of reproducing.
Maybe with some senzu beans. I don't know.
Maybe.
Sorry, Tail. Wrong universe. Well, what would be?
Sure, you can. Oh, jeez.
Bruce Lee reference. This is a tournament, Johnny. What do you think people do in it?
I think he thinks that they act.
Yeah, he was
Oh
still
yeah, I
convinced
forgot.
they were a movie.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot. We're going with the Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun.
Wow,
Oh,
he
I guess
actually answered
He actually
him.
answered.
Well, to be fair, Scorpion has no beef with these three, so that technically he has no reason to kill these guys.
I can't believe Johnny Cage managed to actually calm down the situation.
I know, right?
Like I said, Scorpion gains nothing from killing these three. They have nothing to do with his vendetta.
Oh, there you go. We're explaining now.
Johnny, you saw a four-armed giant man taking down Jax. I think.
I hope that this doesn't become a common thing like every year for us.
Johnny Cage is suffering from Seto Kaiba syndrome.
Pretty much. Pocket dimensions and shit.
Yes, the Thunder God specifically.
No.
I'm pretty sure that's racist in some countries, Johnny.
Not that that has ever stopped me from doing various times, but yeah. One thing they could do is they could try to make it so that it's kind of like in the Annihilation movie, where relinquishing his immortality also takes away a lot of his powers, so that way he wouldn't be OP. I just wish Raiden would actually fight in one of these things.
I guess the idea with Raiden is like, well, he's playing the long game more. So, like, well, yeah, in theory, he could give up his powers and whatnot. But in the long run, if he gave up his Elder God status, that could maybe take away some pull that he would have for later.
Oh, you just didn't say that.
How is it that out of all the people here, Johnny Cage has probably been the smartest guy when interacting with Scorpion? Because, oh, Liu Kang, that was a pretty dumb thing to say.
Not even just a matter of that. Liu Kang, you have no idea who Scorpion is. How do you know that?
Because, well, I guess he knows about NetherRealm, so he just automatically assumes.
Well, yeah. Bad idea then.
Oh! Again?
Okay, Sonya, now you're just being a dick. Come on.
Well, with that attitude, you can start auditioning for the role of Captain Marvel.
I guess so. Uh-oh.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Scorpion's very vigilant, I see. I love that. I found them. Yeah, nope!
True.
Okay, no.
Yeah, fun fact, Jova, in the OG, in the first two game, well, technically it wasn't in the second game. In the original game, Kano wasn't given that much in terms of characterization. He was just kind of
Or even appearance, yeah.
He was just there to be Sonya's nemesis. But fun fact, the 1995 movie gave him the same personality that you're seeing here, and apparently Ed Boon really liked it, so he decided to adapt it as the canon personality of Kano.
It's
With all
really weird.
cyborg
Like, well, for
implants.
as much disdain as I hear for the live action movies, it sounds like they did chart
It
a
did
course
influence
for a
it
lot.
retroactively, the games in some fashion, yeah.
Was it
Not
about
just
them
that.
becoming cult classics, or a case where Ed Boon just ended up really liking them?
They're not called classics. It's just that for their time, they were some of the best live video game adaptations. That's
Which
not a high
says a
bar.
lot.
That's not a high bar, mind you. But for the time, they kind of were.
It says something considering how they still got overall negative reception when they came
No,
out.
it's because despite they didn't get everything right, but of all the video game adaptations of that time, they were the ones that got the most right.
I can see what you mean. Also, keep telling yourself that, Johnny.
No, you don't.
Clearly.
I think I'm in love. You know, it'll be interesting telling Cassie stories about how you two met. And then she kicked my crotch. Twice
2
in the
times,
same day.
yeah.
Drop an arcade on top of them. Come on, I dare you. Do that.
Is that Liu Kang's special thing?
That's one of his fatalities.
Yeah.
Dropping an arcade on them.
An MK1 arcade specifically.
Oh, cute. It ain't a bulldozer, but it's pretty nice still.
Ooh.
You won't be needing that bone. Ho ho! He played soccer with his head. I see Liu Kang is one who appreciates the more basic ways of killing a man in life.
Yeah.
Liu Kang,
That's
but yeah.
the Shaolin monks away.
Well, remember, Joe, like he's supposed to be a Bruce Lee inspired character.
Uh-huh.
Bummer.
Oh, hi, Sub-Zero.
Oh dear.
You want to talk about honor? The guy who killed a helpless child?
Oh boy, I love how
He
Scorpion
has
literally...
revenge vision.
I love how he literally sees red as soon as Sub-Zero appears.
So there you go, Jova. Now you have the full context of the iconic rivalry of Mortal Kombat, Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Ah, yes. This is the one I always hear the most about when it comes to Mortal Kombat.
Scorpion and Sub-Zero are pretty much the flagship rival characters. Like when you think rivalries in Mortal Kombat, you think Scorpion and Sub-Zero. They're the most iconic.
So what was your opinion of them being made brothers in the live-action movies?
No, yeah. Wait, hold on.
No, Joe, what you're talking about is the fact that Sub-Zero had a brother.
No. What they did, Jova, what they did is that classic Sub-Zero is the brother of maskless Sub-Zero, which doesn't make any sense. Basically, Jova, it's one of those cases where they got things wrong, Joe, because hold on. Yeah.
Yay, the Pete!
Basically, Jova, so there's a point in the continuity where Sub-Zero stops wearing his mask. There you go. Oh, the pit fatality.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shoot! Are they both dead?
Scorpion wins.
Well, in this case, it's
Fatality.
more like a draw for some reason.
Nah.
But yeah, no, Jova. My guess, Jova. Again, this is my theory. Keep in mind, my guess, Jova. Considering there was to give you an idea, Jova. There's even one point in Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 where you could select either classic Sub-Zero or unmasked Sub-Zero. So my guess is the people who made the movie didn't understand that it was supposed to be the same character, so they just maybe they're brothers. There you go.
Okay. Also, isn't that cute? Apparently, Johnny's destiny is Sonya. Cute reference.
You had one job.
Needed the revenge. Wait, what?
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, snap.
Quan Chi, you're kind of an idiot.
So, Scorpion's life has been a lie.
Yeah.
Well,
Damn.
more like Scorpion's afterlife, but yeah.
And then I rubbed the fact that I killed his son in his face. It was a great
Maybe
day.
just love to hear his voice. Get it? It's like the metaphor, beginning. It's clever. Ooh.
That's going to hurt in the morning.
You know, 1-to-1, man-to-man. Oh, I lost my lunch.
Oh boy.
There's Motaro. What are you doing here?
You're supposed to only show up in whatever. You're supposed to only show up in free. In the first
Consider
tournament.
me an early cameo.
Well, that's the thing. Pretty much after Armageddon, Motaro always gets relegated to just background or gets shaft.
I'm actually surprised, too. Have they ever brought back Goro at any point?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
Jova, here's a trivia for you. He's voiced by Kevin Michael Richardson, just like in the 1995 live-action movie.
Wow, nice.
Interesting throwback. That's cool. By today's standards, I would be expecting if they would just give him to Fred at the shore. Because when you think Goro and modern voice actors, yeah, Fred at the shore.
Actually, don't remember who voices him properly in the game.
Wow, Shang Tsung, you are such a crooked cheap suit.
Oh, there you go. Round 1, fight.
Oof.
Outstanding.
Oh.
Well, this is not the second tournament, so I can't do the Shao Kahn laugh, but yeah.
Rub it in,
Raiden,
why don't you?
You know, Raiden, I think it's about time you actually started taking advantage and just, go chill in Hell or God Heaven or whatever the hell that place is. Because this is starting to become a problem consistently for you.
Even spikes the drink of Shang Tsung under his eyes.
You cannot trust anyone in this
No,
game.
I see, but the characterization of Quan Chi is on par with the one that he had in Defenders of a Realm. An idiot.
That's what happens, Joe. But basically, at the beginning of Mortal Kombat Deception, after they basically kill everybody, Quan Chi turns against Shang Tsung despite them being partners throughout the entirety of the previous game.
Of course. Finisher.
But here's the interesting thing, Jova. Right after that, the Dragon King shows up, and a new unexpected alliance shows up. Raiden, Quan Chi, and Shang Tsung together, fighting against
I
Onaga.
guess you can reference that since it's the Warner Bros. Licensed property. What's with the music?
Oh, snap.
There we go.
Little reference to the first movie there.
This movie's like a smorgasbord of references.
Well, I do my own stunts, honey.
Hmm.
Even
That's
the
what I.
CGI that they actually have to use from some particular scenes like actually gets incorporated well. Okay.
Super speed.
I kind of wish they would, considering they brought him back. I wish they would have Goro have some funny one-liners like he did in the original film.
Curious, what kind
In
did
here,
he have?
in here, he's just a mindless monster. Like one of my favorite moments in the original film is when he breaks Johnny Cage's glasses and he goes, "Oh." And then Johnny Cage gets angry at Goro. Those glasses cost me $500, you asshole. And then he kills Goro. And then he kills Goro. This is where you fall down.
Oh! Lucky she just hit him in only the eye.
Oof.
Ooh.
Well, at least Jack's got to give him the killing blow, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, considering all that Jack suffered this movie.
That's the thing, Joe. One of the best arcade endings of all time is oh god, I forgot against which specific character, where they do one of the stupidest one lines ever. He's literally on the precipice and says to Jax, "You can't kill me. This is police brutality." And he's like, "No, this is not police brutality. It's a police fatality." And then he plummets it down. Oops. Yeah, Quanchi, you. Sure you are. Yeah, you deserve this.
It's funny, both of them are fools dedicated to evil folk.
Yes.
Oh boy, he's gonna draw and quarter him. I'll take that as a yes.
All right.
And
still-
out the forehead it
And yeah, it's
comes.
Scorpion. Hey, I knew this one. It's Scorpion who kills Goro here.
Wow.
Well, technically, I am in a tournament, so. So they're gonna have. I'm guessing they're gonna have Scorpion win this then.
Yeah, if I had to guess, yeah.
Oh boy.
Well, in its current state, that shouldn't be hard.
Well, it is
You-
called Scorpion's Revenge.
Well,
Yeah.
Actually, dude, after what you told me earlier, I don't think I'm willing to listen to you. So.
Look at Scorpion processing this all. Oh boy. Oh.
Teleports behind you.
Nothing personal, bro. Possible hinting for a sequel. Oh, that was
Well, it is true. He is already dead.
cute. Oh boy. Which means
So
I
get the
can
fuck
fight.
out of here.
All right, setting up for the second game, yeah.
Of course
course.
it will.
Of course it will.
Really, dude.
Yeah, it was all part of your plan. Yeah, no one's believing you.
Well, the movie's called Scorpion's Revenge. He's got to have that revenge. Oh, going for the wife jab again. Ow. Ooh, that's a broken nose.
You know, maybe you should do this elsewhere. Yeah.
So where did Sonya and Johnny go, though?
There we are, already on the ship.
Okay. Get over here. Come on, you haven't said it yet. Come on, you have to say it.
He technically has said it in the logo, but it would be
Well,
nice to
he
see him say it
properly
in the
movie,
movie.
Jova. Come on, doesn't count.
He's probably saving it. Teleport spammer.
That's some Dragon Ball shit right
There
there.
you go.
Oh boy.
Here we go.
Now,
Come on, say
There you
it.
go. Say it.
Come on. Oh!
Oh.
Okay, not quite, but that looks plenty painful.
Well, hold on. Maybe now.
There we go!
Maybe we'll be a bit smarter than you.
Oh!
Scorpion is just the ultimate Fedora tipper in this movie.
I'll say.
Scorpion, that's Sub-Zero's fatality, actually. But whatever, fine.
Oh wow, flaming
Okay, now
skull
that's
and
the-
everything.
Alright, now this is actually his fatality, yes.
Plop.
Since Sub-Zero is already dead, we decided to have Scorpion do his fatality first, I guess.
Guess it's least he could do for him, seeing as how he kind of killed him for something he actually didn't do.
But Sub-Zero was still part of his rival clan, though. So technically, there were still enemies regardless.
Ah.
No. Yes, nicely. There you
And
go.
that's how it begins.
uh,
Oh.
you're
Oh.
saving your victory for the next movie, I guess. Oh, man. We go, John. We wanted Fred. Sorry, Peter. Wanted Fred at the shore. Apparently, he's the one voicing Shao Kahn.
Oh, okay.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh boy.
Goodie.
And that's pretty much it.
Is there an
I don't
after
think
credit
there's a
scene?
post-credit. I'll just leave the copy around. Actually, I haven't found what specific animation team did it, but it seems to be properly Warner Bros. Animation itself. But let me start with there you go, creating consultation at Boone. So at least he had a part. Probably that's why the story is also more inclined to what the reboot does. He also, sorry, he lifted also the designs, but yeah, this is by far the best Mortal Kombat side material on on a screen possible, because I heard the comics are also pretty good, but I haven't checked them out. They're their own continuity as well, but yeah, after all the shit, all the movies, the terrible movies, the Defenders of the Realm, and even that horrible short animated movie that used the CGI, this is such a breath of fresh air. Finally, an animated product that actually understands Mortal Kombat and respects it while still trying its different things. Honestly, this is if we keep if we keep going on this route, I'm completely sold. This is by far one of the best Mortal Kombat. Also, retelling of the first story events that happen. Every character has his or her own time to shine in some kind of fashion. Maybe Johnny didn't stumbled a bit for his bumbling personality, but eventually he also comes around too. So there's that. Yeah, maybe Sub-Zero, fortunately, is the ultimate victim in all this, but that's what the story later on for Bihan and Saibot is for. So again, there's another thing. This movie also does a bit like Iron Man 2 and sets up a lot of things for the future, while not still being intrusive. Still, retelling the story of the first Mortal Kombat tournament, just again in its own way, by not having Liu Kang being the one that defeats Goro. So there's that too. But yeah, obviously the best, my favorite for a good reason, the of the Mortal Kombat animator or not side material that we did. Pedro,
What Teo says next.
Jova.
Yeah, I gotta say, DC. Okay, Warner Brothers Animations have shown us that they can do wonderful things with their DC superheroes. Now we're seeing that they can also do wonderful things from Mortal Kombat. Holy cow! Like, as someone who is sort of getting into the slew of Mortal Kombat stuff, although I mean I'm a bit more familiar with the reboot continuity than I am the original continuity, but still, as someone who is getting into Mortal Kombat, this movie not only feels like a great introduction, but great promotion, honestly, for the franchise here and there. Like, yeah, it's promotional, but it doesn't forget to actually be an actual product at the same time, unlike a lot of other things. The animation here is pretty stellar, mixing in 2D animation with CGI. The sound effects are wonderfully crafted for the disemboweling, punching, kicking, jabbing, you name it.
Are they actually taken from the games? At least they sound like it.
Possibly. Also,
I mean, when they do the X-ray thing from the games, it does sound like they're using the exact same sound effects, at least.
that is a
Yeah, it's very
possibility.
similar.
Also, like I said,
It's funny. I think it's for Mortal MKX. They actually did a special feature video where they actually showcase how they created the sound effect for like the fatalities. It's a bunch of people with like gels and plungers having to constantly ram into them. It's actually pretty funny.
Like I said, one of this movie's greatest talents is definitely its writing. Like, the story is very well crafted, but the references are so wonderfully placed here and there. Like, again, they have a lot of the lines you recognize, but they fit them so in well that they work with the context. Right to the point where they culminate with Scorpion's ever famous "Get over here!"
That's also another thing, Jova, that after the Killing Joke, I was so afraid that Warner Bros. Would have just cheapened out on the animation, having this look just as ugly. Oh, the animation here is pretty, to be gotta be honest.
Yeah, like, and it's a very fun movie. I dig the character interactions, the story is well crafted out here and there, and it definitely leaves me hungering for more in a good way, too. Like, I gotta say, well done here. Like, I mean, I'll say right now, if this movie were longer, I'd even say it's worthy of theaters. Like, it's that good an experience. It's definitely one of the best landmarks of Warner Brothers animation, I will say.
Still, I haven't seen yet Superman Red Son, which has sort of come around a bit before this. But I know that Harsh more recently, and that one kind of sucked. But I don't know about the animation department. Still, again, that was one of the things that, like I mentioned at the beginning, this was one of the projects that I was hoping Warner Bros. Would have done with the Mortal Kombat franchise after acquiring it, and so far it seems to be paying off. So here's hoping for more. So until then, I suppose.
Yeah, see you then.
See ya.